Hello and welcome back to Drippy Drez. I'm sure that you all remember me saying this was going to be about school topics as well. You've seen moral philosophy, you've seen movies and shows, you've seen day-to-day subjects, but no school topics. Well, that's because at the beginning of this channel, I was a little bit too dependent on other people. Like, oh, what do you guys want to talk about? Even though, I shouldn't have just been creating this channel for other people. Actually, I should have only been creating it for me and, letting it be successful. So I've decided that since we're already a month into the school year and people have done just fine without me, I'm going to wait till next year to start talking about school topics, and I'm gonna see how many subscribers I have, and I'm gonna decide since I don't know if I can see who's subscribing to my channel, but if I can't, I'm just gonna see which age groups are on YouTube the most, and then whichever age group that's still in school that's on it the most, those are the topics I'm going to talk about. I'm going to do research just to make sure I know everything that would get talked about in school, and then I'm going to create my own videos, and if, some topics it's hard to find, then I'm just going to see other YouTube channels and figure out what the best school related topics to talk about would be. Yeah, so that's that. I have talked to one of the production companies I want to make promotional videos for, and it sounds like I'm going to be able to, but I'm not going to say which production company yet because I do want it to be a surprise. And then, I'm working on producing high quality videos soon, and I'm going to kind of bounce back and forth between podcasts and actual videos, and then see what the most successful one is. And then whichever one is more successful is going to be the one I let take over. However, my songs are always going to be part of a podcast. But if videos are more successful than audios, I'm going to do more videos. But if audios are more successful, then I'm going to do more audios. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's wondered what makes the 2020s the 2020s. Because, with the 1980s, you had arcades, you had releases of movies. You had skateboarding, people would listen to cassette tapes, and then the 1990s saw some changes, in music, pop culture, fashion. The 2000s was kind of the breakthrough of technology. The 2010s, was pretty much social media, people being on their phones and computers and all the time. But then the 2020s, after COVID, it just seems like people have been trying to go back to their life, pre-COVID almost. I don't know if it's different everywhere, but it just seems like from where I live, people are almost trying to drag on the 2010s. Well, I say we create a new era, take advantage of the new release of TikTok, but, keep YouTube alive, because come on, you can make longer videos on YouTube than you can on TikTok. Oh, you can't? Well, does TikTok have movies? Does TikTok have TikTok TV? I think we should worry more about keeping YouTube alive than TikTok. And that's one of the changes I want this channel to bring, this podcast too, because YouTube podcasts, I'm well aware that it's pretty much just supposed to be a playlist of videos, but I don't want YouTube to stay the same forever I want it to evolve. I want YouTube to be a place where we have movies, shows, videos, and podcasts. And I hope that this podcast can serve as inspiration for a lot of changes to be brought in the 2020s. And I hope that it will allow this generation to figure out what makes the 2020s the 2020s. Because as much as, it can be good to stay the same, it can also be good to change. I mean, I literally just did a rap song about it. It doesn't have to be just with personality, but with anything, I mean, if things are working, just find the way they are. You really are better off by, sticking with what you have instead of pursuing something new. But at the same time, that doesn't mean you can't try new things as well. That doesn't mean you can't hold on to the old things while still embracing new things. And that's what I think the 2020s could be all about. We can still honor the 2010s without necessarily having to relive them. We can embrace change, we can embrace variety. And I hope these words are the inspiration for this generation. Well, thank you for listening to Drippy Drez, and feel free to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will talk to you on Friday.